Hello, New Bedford Public Schools team. First, I want to thank each of you for your dedication and flexibility as you all go through this unique situation together. Although we learned this past Wednesday that Governor Baker extended the school closure at least until May 4th, our team had already been planning for a possible extended suspension of classes. Our priorities during this time remain at promoting health and safety for all of our students and staff, having a continuity of the teaching and learning process during this time, also providing meals to the children of New Bedford and their families, but also consistent communication to keep staff and families updated. Our fifth point is to make sure we have effective processes and operations to support the above priorities, including cleaning, security, and business operations, including payroll and benefits. You all make up this awesome New Bedford Public Schools team, as many of you have created videos covering lessons in math, reading, as well as some entertaining and exciting motivational musical pieces.
Something like this, like a little intro. Oh, I hate to sit down. It gives me the blues. Yes, I hate to sit down. It gives me the blues. Oh, I hate to do homework, cause then I gotta sit down too.
We know that our families continue to have the need for in-person communication. And many of you have begun contacting families this past week. You continue to outreach to them. And I want to give special thanks to our food service department who prepped and distributed over 16,000 grab-and-go meals over the last week. Our building services and custodial teams in each school have been working to disinfect and maintain cleanliness in all of our buildings. Our technology department has been preparing more than 5,000 laptops for distribution to students and to some staff. Principals have distributed countless academic packets with the help of some others, as well as making sure that the information is useful to all of our students. Staff have made numerous individual phone calls to parents and students in their native language. We've been assessing also our interpretation resources, and now we can access more than 250 languages to be able to better support our students and their families. We have also contacted and registered almost 70 different kindergarten students for next year to make sure that they're ready, verifying information. Screening will take place as soon as time permits. The other thing is making sure that our parent support specialists we've been contacting, we thank them for the efforts that they've been putting forth as well, offering support and individual resources and tutorials to our parents who may be struggling to decipher some of the information. Our nurses have been communicating with the students and their families regarding their medication, also giving them advice in terms of other resources that they can access during this time. We've also shared multiple pieces of information in the different languages that we have to ensure that our parents are able to navigate the information to continue to make progress. We also sent a survey out to again assess what needs our parents have in terms of internet capability and if they're in need of a laptop or any other device that we may be able to support. So we did that as a phone call, which is translated. We also sent an email to make sure parents were aware of that. We all know how fluid this situation continues to be, and on behalf of our students and our families, I sincerely thank you for recognizing their needs and taking the initiative to continue to support in this educational process. I will be providing routine updates to keep everyone looped in as necessary. I previously shared a detailed memo outlining several points, but I do want to highlight a couple of those. Although our remote learning process is fully underway, we will be refining it and incorporating some of the recent recommendations from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Again, these are recommendations as we have a process that is very good thanks to the effort of our entire team. We'll be able to define the components that we have in terms of what is remote learning, really focusing on the opportunity for students to connect with multiple educators multiple times per week. We want to support those students who are at most risk of the learning loss, but we're focusing on all of our students and being able to provide every one of them the opportunity to interface and have access to resources. We're working to support our parents to make sure that students have access to multiple hours per day of the academic content, which we're able to focus on focusing to reinforce skills that students have already been exposed to. We want them to be able to apply some of these skills while they're at home. Many of you have produced some excellent lessons, really taking some of the basics that they have at home, some of the resources that they're able to have, whether it's watching a movie and identifying characters in a movie, discussing the plot line, helping to measure in baking materials, helping to fix things where you're having to do more measurement, incorporating math and some of the conceptualization skills that we have. But the other piece is I want to make sure that when we're looking at technology and seeing how we can get that into more of our students' hands. So we know the middle schools have been doing a wonderful job in communicating with parents and getting those students the access to a computer who may have the need, more immediate need to have that. We are now, as we're going into this extended closure, looking at how we can better support the elementary schools and see if we can get some of those items, those devices into the hands of our students as well. So do continue to check the New Bedford Public Schools website and Facebook page, along with Twitter or any other pieces of information that you have access to. And always, please exercise social distancing, appropriate physical proximity, and continue to please take care of yourself.